Alright, so fun story, guys. I literally just filmed an absurd amount of footage for this next video, and I realized after I was done that the entire angle was wrong. You can only see me from about here up, which is not what I want for you guys. So we'll try this again. What are we doing this time? New Year's goal. Why are we doing New Year's goals in February, you might ask? Mostly because I'm lazy. I'm sorry. But also because, what's the point of doing a video on New Year's goals right at the beginning of the year before you've actually done anything? At least now I can give you a little bit of progress and a little bit of an update on how I've been doing. I'm gonna jump right into it because otherwise this is going to be a very long video. I will do my best to keep it concise. So, first goal, numero uno, continue learning German. I've been using Duolingo to learn German for a little while now. Like that nerd move there. I've kind of started and stopped a few times along the way. I'm not the best at doing it consistently, but as far as how I've been doing since the beginning of the year, pretty darn good. I'm at the point where I'm all caught up with where I had left off last time. I've kind of relearned everything that I forgot, and I'm now learning new things. My goal is to do at least one lesson a day. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't, but we'll keep trucking on forward. If you're interested in adding me to your friends list on Duolingo, feel free to do that. My username is mrskaityb. I'd like to see how you guys are doing too and what kind of languages you guys are looking at learning. Goal number 2 is consume less social media. Super vague, I know. This is the one that doesn't really have a lot of specific steps associated with it, and I'm kind of lost on how specifically to do that. So if you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. I am a typical, millennial, and I'm way too addicted to my phone, and there are definitely better things I could be doing with my time. So again, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Another goal I had for myself was to consume less dairy and sugar this year. Long story short, I've learned enough to know that consuming more dairy and sugar than I need is not something that my body enjoys on many levels. Doesn't mean that I don't love dairy and sugar. They're my favorite things, just like most of you. I like my cheese, I like my ice cream and cookies and all that kind of stuff. But again, my body doesn't love it when I have too much of it. So it's been a little bit of a struggle for me so far. I was doing okay for the majority of January, but I've kind of fallen off the track a little bit. So time to get back on. Tomorrow is kind of my get her done day. We're gonna start back up with all that, so I'll let you know how I do. The next goal I had was to read a book a month. A little bit of bonus to this video. I figured I'd share with you real quick what I actually would like to read this year and what I've read so far. Coming up into the beginning of this year, I was reading the first book in a series. It's called Out of the Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis. This is a book that I've read before. I actually read it in school, but I wanted to read it again just so I could catch up on it again and actually finish the series because I hadn't done that before. So my January book was the second book in the trilogy. It's called Perelandra by C.S. Lewis. It's kind of I would say a mix between theological allegory and science fiction. Sounds odd, but it's a great book. It's definitely one you can sink your teeth into if you're wanting something a little bit more on the intellectual side. Definitely recommend it. The third book in the series is actually one that I will be reading in March, not this month, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. It's called That Hideous Strength. So this is the last one in the series, and I'm looking forward to this one. This is the one that I haven't read before, and it's quite a bit thicker than the previous one, so we'll see how that goes. The book that I am going to be reading this month is How to Read the Bible for All It's Worth by Gordon Fee and Douglas Stewart. This is another book that I actually have read before and wanted to reread. I read it for a hermeneutics course that I took when I was in college. If you don't know what hermeneutics is, I'll put a fun definition up for you on the screen or something. I'm an info hound, so there you go. you learned something new today. And I have a couple other books that I've already picked out, but I haven't actually obtained yet. So I'll see if I can get a picture of the cover and put it up for you guys. One of the books is called Real Food, Fake Food: Why You Don't Know What You're Eating and What You Can Do About It by Larry Olmsted. Why did I pick this one? It just seemed interesting, to be honest. I'm one of those people that likes to watch documentaries, and like I said a second ago, I'm a total info hound. Literally, one of my family nicknames is the fountain of useless information, and sometimes it's very accurate. The other book that I've already picked out for myself is called Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, by Susan Cain. This is something that I wanted to read for myself because I'm very much an introvert. If you've ever met me in person, if you're a friend of mine, that's one of the first things you'll catch. I'm definitely an introvert. A more extroverted one most of the time, but definitely still an introvert. And getting to know myself a little bit better through books like that is definitely something that I enjoy. So we'll see how that goes. But you'll notice that's not 12 books. I have more books that I need to pick out for the rest of the year. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Next goal, this is number 5. This is also reading related, this goal. I want to see if I can set a habit of reading the Bible at least 5 days out of the week. And this is, probably the most important goal that I've set for myself this year. My faith is very important to me, and part of the way you get to know any person better is you read stuff that they've written. So hey, I want to get to know God better. I'm going to read the stuff that he's written. I've actually selected a chronological read the Bible in a year plan that I'm using on my my YouVersion app. I'll go ahead and see if I can get the logo up there for you. But definitely enjoying the plan so far. It's helping me to read the Bible in a way that I haven't quite read it before. I started it on the 10th of January, so I won't quite get the whole Bible read by the end of the year, but I'll be very close. And as far as how I'm doing so far, unfortunately I'm already 9 days behind. So I have a little bit of catching up to do, but that is definitely one of my goals for today, actually. I'm going to be starting to get caught up on that. So that's something that I definitely want to do. The next goal is this stereotypical, I want to reach a certain weight by the end of the year kind of goal. It's very cliche, I know. But I am very interested in making sure that I'm in better shape, mostly just because I want to feel good. I want my body to work the way it's supposed to. And I want to be able to, have the endurance and the capacity to just do more. And that's going to take some work, so we'll see if we can get there. Not sharing the specific number that I want to reach with you guys as far as weight goes, mostly just because the specific number really isn't that important. I just picked a number that I know is a good healthy weight for me, that is attainable for me to reach. That number is going to look different for everybody depending on how you're built and how your body works and all that kind of stuff, but just know fitness is a goal for this year. I've been doing my best to fill out my rings on one of my Christmas presents, so there you go. Another goal that I have is to write and publish 3 crochet patterns by the end of the year. If you don't know this about me, I really love to crochet. I'm kind of a crafty nerd. And crochet is definitely my craft of choice. I do kind of dabble in other things now and again, but as far as the extent of my skills go, crochet's at the top. I haven't really ever dabbled in publishing my own patterns before, but I've definitely come up with several of my own patterns. I've just never really put them into a form that would be easily distributable to others. So keep an eye out on my Etsy shop. I'll put a link for you guys in the video description. Don't expect much. It's not going to look pretty. This isn't really something that I'm focusing on as far as income goes. Just kind of a personal goal that I wanted to set for myself because it's going to be something for me to work on and something for me to work towards. So the next goal is something that I've definitely already failed on. I wanted to see if I could do at least 1 YouTube video a month. Obviously it's already February and I did not get any videos out in January, and I'm sorry. obviously 1 video a month isn't a crazy goal. It's definitely attainable. January just happened to be crazy busy for me. There was a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna do what I can to get another video up for you guys by the end of this month. I've got plenty of ideas for videos, but if there's anything in particular that you want to know from me, or something that you might be, if there's something that you think might make a good video, if you know me personally, feel free to let me know. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. The last goal is probably one of the most exciting ones, just because of how straightforward and simple it is. It's get out of debt. And, you know, you guys know from the last 2 videos that I posted, this channel is very new. That's like, getting out of debt is one of my husband and I's primary goals, just in life in general. That's kind of what we're working towards. We know that once that's out of the way, there's so much more that we're going to be able to do, not just with our finances, but with our time. And the exciting thing about this goal is that it's actually one that we're going to get to be able to make true this year. It's something that I personally have been working towards since I graduated college. So, you know, for the last 5 years, we have a couple of student loans that are going to be totally gone within the next couple of months, and then we'll be working on a car loan, and then we'll see how things go from there. So that's very exciting. And that's all I had for you guys. Just a couple of things that I'm working on, but I'm definitely interested in knowing what you guys are working on for your New Year's goals. Have you totally flopped on them yet? It's only February, but if you've fallen off the horse already, that doesn't mean that you can't get back up on it and keep going. So don't be afraid to make some edits to previous goals and see if there's something attainable that you can achieve by the end of the year. If you have any comments or questions for me, again, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be talking to you guys next time. Bye!